Welcome back into our studio kitchen with Chef Julie today. Saw the pictures of what you were going to be doing online, and I was so excited. I love trying something different.
Well,
first of all,
this is different. There's no doubt about that. But it's a pretty cool thing. When I visited our friends in Transylvania, where they live, I didn't know there was a big Hungarian population there, and they've been doing this kind of cake for hundreds of years, and now it's become this big tourist thing. So back when my husband and I were missionaries outside of Budapest, they didn't have chimney cakes back then. They were holding out on me.
I know. So now when you go back, on every street corner.
Every street corner. So the way they finish these off is many times they are filled with something, and they'll put them in some kind of little paper, a fancy one. You kind of hold it like that. You want to hold that for me?
I do.
And then
I'm going to pretend like I'm walking down the street.
Down the street. And we'll just put some whipped cream in here. Woo!
Oh my! And I love how you say that. We'll just put some whipped cream.
Yeah, it's mascarpone whipped cream, y'all. I have to say. And see these little wafer cookies? You can just stick that in there. You can put on a little strawberry action. Sprinkle some walnuts. Now they'll put Nutella in here. They'll drizzle chocolate, ice cream. You can get it super decadent if that's what you want to do. So
it comes like this, and
yeah,
it looks like there are different varieties.
There's
Julie,
different varieties, and you just kind of uncoil it as you go. Now, I'm honestly, the ones I got to eat were just like the sugar kind. Okay. So you just uncoil it, but the outside is kind of caramelized. The inside is soft and tender. These aren't quite as good as the street food, I'll just be honest, but it's a pretty close second. Just eat them the day they're made. They're not so good 2 or 3 days later. They're going to get stale on you, but pretty cool.
So when you're walking down the streets, were people just enjoying and eating? Is it
they
like
will,
just...
but I mean, they're almost on every block when you're in the center of Budapest itself. They're almost, I mean, you can't hardly go 100 yards without running into a chimney cake shop.
Well, and I just love being able to get something there that's so different, and then bring it home.
And bring it home, and I'm thrilled that I could do it, because it is a fun.
So fun.
It is a fun thing.
And the the bread that you were telling me about, you said it's sweeter, but it's not. It's
just like a sweet. It's like a sweet dough, just like a like for cinnamon rolls, you put a little sugar. I put a little lemon zest as well, so it has a little bit of a little bit of flavor going on. But yeah, it's not. It looks harder to make, I think, than it is. It is a little tricky, but even if yours turns out kind of warped and weird, like some of my first ones did, you can still eat them.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the thing about things in the kitchen.
Delicious.
You can still eat them. But let me show you my city of Budapest. I think we got some pictures we can pull up.
Yes, I want to see.
Because it's just such a beautiful, beautiful place. That was right down from the Airbnb. A huge cathedral that's there, St. Stephen's Cathedral. That's one of the bridges. That's one of the symbols of Hungary right there. And that's the bridge with the big lions. That's the chain bridge. The Danube, or the Duna, as it's said in Hungarian, it goes through. That's the church I got to go into, St. Stephen's, and had a thing, wonderful concert. Statues everywhere, beautiful buildings. The city, there's a Buda side and a Pest side. So the Buda side is hilly, and it is Budapest. When you see an S in Hungarian, it's an SH. Beszélek kicsi magyarul. I can say just a little bit of Hungarian.
That.
And these chimney cakes are actually called kürtös kalács. But chimney cake's a whole lot easier to say, y'all.
Like I'm going to go with chimney cake, which I was thinking kind of makes sense because they stand up on their own.
They stand up on their own like little chimneys. Yes. No, but the city's beautiful. If you get to go to Budapest, you really should go. It's a clean city. Public transportation is wonderful. Jeff and I sure enjoyed. We lived about 20 kilometers outside of Budapest at the time.
And you were missionaries.
Over 30 years ago, right after the Berlin Wall fell. Eastern communism had ended. That's when we went over for a short time. We had one baby. We had our firstborn was with us. So I learned to say, Kicsi baba, drago, kis fiú, kis lány.
Oh my gosh, I could listen to you say that all day.
That's all I can say, y'all.
And I don't know what you're saying, but I know you're saying it
beautiful
to somebody
baby.
so
I know,
cute.
precious baby. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? And it was a boy, of course. But
we always talk different when we talk to babies and animals,
we do.
Right?
That's
we
right.
We get that little voice in us. And I always think, do the babies look at us like, I have no idea.
But I'm so thankful we can make new memories, and we can still honor the past, and we can still grieve, and we can still love.
And you said that's kind of what you did.
And that's what we did. And there's more. We went other places after Hungary. Sometime soon, I'll share a recipe. I think I'm going to try to find from Switzerland, because I found a really cool gingerbread there. And we went to Milan, and coffee and gelato. I don't know. I gained some weight, y'all. I'm trying to get it off.
You kind of have to eat your. I mean, I think a good vacation, you have to eat your way through.
And we did.
I did the different foods.
I was a member of the Good Clean Plate Club on my vacation.
I'm always a member of that club too, and their clean plates too. I like to try everybody's.
Exactly. And that's what we did. We would each get 3 things, and we would rotate between the 3 of us, just switch plates around and try all the stuff. So.
Well, this is wonderful. I love that you brought it back for us. I love that we can make it ourselves, and how much fun with the kids when you're getting out the rolling pin.
Oh, I know. It's a fun one.
Wrapping it like they're little mummies. It reminds me from Halloween, you know, when we do the little hot dogs. So, totally different concept, and we get to put something yummy and fun inside of it. Thank you for sharing all your great memories.
I'm so glad that I could, and there's more to come.
More to come. More to come. More recipes as well.
And more to come, yes.
All right. Well, we're going to put, of course, as she said, bakingwithjulie.com for the recipe for the bread. And then you can watch this video on how to put it all together. It's right there, bakingwithjulie.com. And for more information, of course, on all the ingredients, you can go to foodcity.com.